I ordered on eBay some aircraft gauges from World War II. Or let me just focus in this camera slightly. From World War II, which often contain radium on them. So I thought I'd do a bit of a blind buy. I say blind, but when they're a World War II gauge, they're highly likely to have radium, as that mixed with the zinc sulfide used to make the dials glow. And radium, as you know, is highly radioactive. So the first test, if I get my radio code out, is we're getting some fairly high readings just from this box in front of me. So if I go here, you can see there's already quite a lot coming up on the box, and if I've got the device right up next to the box, I've got a 4.0, 3.6. It's going quite high. So I thought I'm going to open this box on video today, because often I just post images on Reddit and things. I'm going to get a couple of gloves because these aircraft gauges are very old. I don't know really what condition they're in. I know they come from a reputable seller online, but I want to be really safe, and if radium is dusting inside, I don't really want it all over my hands. It's quite normal for these gauges to be a little bit leaky. So, these gloves are so difficult. There we go. So I got my gloves on. And let's open it up. So I'm going to stand up. So just a lot of bubble wrap in here. Oh yes. Let me get the camera so you can see. Right. So if I go in here. Now, this was a really good deal when I bought it online. There was I think it was 4 or 5 gauges, and they're about £10 each, just under, which is really good value, believe it or not. So I thought I'll get all the gauges out one by one. I don't really know what I've got here. So this is the first. And you know what? I don't know if this one is radioactive. Let's see. Not all of them will be. I don't think they'll all be radioactive. So let's see. It could be there's different amounts of radium on them, but let's have a look. Oh wow, this is cool. So this is the first gauge, which looks, I don't really know, it looks like engine temperatures. You've got the temperature symbols there. Now, this one is not radioactive. That's a shame. But I didn't think they'd all be radioactive. So, still an awesome piece of history. I believe these are all American gauges, but I have no idea which aircraft they're from. So that's the first gauge, not radioactive, but we know there is a radioactive one in there. Let's go down the bottom, let's dig deep. Is this one radioactive? Yes. But I don't know how radioactive, so let's get a proper reading by taking out the bubble wrap. There's this one. Now, I feel much safer now I've got gloves on here. Because this is where the conditions come in. So this are awesome. Okay, so fuel air ratio. And actually you can see the orange on this gauge, and if you compare it there's a difference, isn't there? So if you're trying to buy, oh my god, trying to opposites in the camera. If you're trying to blind buy these online, most sellers won't have a clue if there's radial on them or not, but you can see this one definitely is. And you'll see also that the glass is slightly unstable on that one. Again, I'm very happy I'm wearing you see that? So not too crazy. It's still probably you know, 7 times as radioactive as an old clock. And interestingly, sometimes you find that the packaging becomes radioactive on these things as well. I bought one dial a little while ago, which was about 100 microsieverts, and that made the packaging all radioactive from the radon gas that was being emitted, and the daughter products as a result. So there's definitely something else radioactive in here. Let's just find it. Oh my gosh. So much packaging. Okay, this is a very radioactive one. Okay, so here. This one's going a bit nuts. Already, sorry if the noise is a bit distracting, but here's what it is. This one will just be blasting out radiation right now, so I'm not too keen about staying around these for very long. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what this is like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Klein gauge. Can we get a focus on that? So again, orange, and actually you can see the glass has been irradiated as well. You've actually got orange burning on the glass from the radiation. Now let's see what this is. Whoa! This is officially the most radioactive object I now own. And I'm going to... And the packaging is also slightly radioactive from the daughter product. So I'm going to put this one in the corner for the moment, because that is incredibly radioactive. That's not really official advice for handling radioactive objects, put it in the corner, but they are going to be safely stored away after this. And we have another. So, not bad, alright. You know, I've got, what was it? It's the 4th gauge, 3 out of 4 radioactive. But that's kind of cool, because the one that isn't radioactive I feel quite safe to put in the cabinet behind me, maybe. Because I do love holding old historic items. It's quite amazing. These were up in World War II in whatever working planes they were. It's just an amazing piece of history. I feel like when you touch these gauges, it's sort of, you know, you've been taken back in time in some ways. It's probably why I like antiques generally. But let's have a look at this one. I can already see some burnt. Oh my god, this is so well packaged, it's ridiculous. Okay. So this one, not surprised, it's a compass, it looks like. If you're an aviation expert, let me know if it isn't, but direction looks like a compass. And let's have a look at how radioactive this one is. Not as radioactive as the last, but still pretty hot. Now the reason these things are so hot, as I mentioned at the very beginning of the video, is they wanted these gauges to shine very brightly at night. And lots of radium meant a very big glow. Again, put that one in the corner just because it's much hotter than this one here. And I believe this is the last gauge now. Yeah, 5 gauges. Not bad. Not bad for what it costs, I have to say. Okay, 4 out of 5 radioactive. This one seems a lot smaller. I don't actually know what type of gauge this is, so let's check it out. Ah, pressure gauge for a gun. That's cool. Really neat. That looks like that's an amazing condition as well. There we go. There we have it. At some point I will check if these glow. In fact, I might have a torch down here. When the clicking is off, it feels safer, doesn't it? But you sort of have to remember these things are emitting loads of radiation. This is amazing. Does it come out on camera? This one glows, or at least some of it glows. Let's try all of them. Ooh, that's very cool. That's awesome. Sort of mimics what the pilots would have seen, you know, those colours. So we've got a beautiful green glow there. I'm surprised that one glows in some ways. These aircraft gauges are, you know, people on Reddit would say quite spicy, and that can, you know, diminish the glow over time, you know. But let's pick up the most radioactive and see if that still glows. Nah, not really. If I do a long capture on my camera, then you'll probably see that glow. There's a very light glow to it, but yeah, not a lot. And this is cool. This is very cool. That does glow. Anyway, I'm going to safely package these away now and make sure all surfaces are safe, because I am actually working from home today and I got slightly distracted by this delivery. I don't know if I'm going to do more videos like this, but I thought I'd record this one because it's fun, isn't it? But these things aren't toys. If you're trying to collect these sorts of objects, look after yourselves. These are going to be stored away safely in a locked box in a ventilated place because of the radon gas buildup that occurs. But anyway, thanks for watching.